What's up, guys? It's your boy Darkskin, and today we're going to be talking about why Zhongli's buff will change Genshin Impact. Now, I mean, unless you've been living under a rock or something, I mean, everyone should know by now, Zhongli is not getting one, but two buffs. Now, as to how many buffs he gets doesn't really matter, but the fact that he is getting buff is what matters the most. And the reason why I say that, I'm not trying to talk to Albedo, I was just running around. Anyway, the reason why Zhongli getting buffed matters so much, or why it will change Genshin Impact, is because this. Before Zhongli, there was not a single unit that got buffed. Yes, Keqing had to get a hot fix. Yes, Mona had to get a hot fix. Yes, there's some characters that had bug fixes, but there was not a unit in the game that got a buff. With Zhongli, he is now getting a buff. And not one buff, but two buffs, right? Which, so like, that just even solidifies it even more. So, with that being said, there's a couple of things that are going to happen in the, not near future, but in the future, going along this path, right? Number one, that opens up the gateway of other units getting buffs that need buffs, or if new units drop and need buffs, they get buffs too, right? That's what this opens up, number one. Number two, what this opens up, which it may not happen, but once you buff a unit, this is something that can happen. It opens up the door of nerfing units, right? Because if you're gonna buff a unit, you could easily nerf a unit. It's the same thing. So, it's not the same thing, but y'all get what I'm saying. So, with that being the case, there may be units that come in the future that are too good. They may look at some of the units in the game right now and be like, hey, you're too good. I don't think they're going to nerf Venti. But that opens up the door of other units getting buffed. That opens up the door of units getting nerfed, number one, number two. But the biggest concern I have, right? The biggest concern I have is this. And I know some people are going to probably disagree with this. Some people are probably not going to like this. Some people are probably going to dislike the video. If you do any of those things, it's okay. It'd be like that. But my biggest concern is the fact that, not even the fact, but it seems like MiHoYo was pressured into opening this door. It seems like MiHoYo was pressured into buffing Zhongli. Not saying whether he needed the buff or not, because I personally think the Geo buffs are really good, right? And then making Zhongli viable in teams that he was not viable in, I think that's really good. That's really cool. But just speaking on the fact of, I feel like the community pressured MiHoYo to do these buffs. Because if you guys don't remember, there was a post, and the post was like, I think I have the post up, actually. Let me see. Right here, right? This post. This was like their first post about Zhongli. And in this post, which I'll link it in the description, you guys can check it out for yourself. But in this post, they say, hey, you know, we think that Zhongli is doing his job. We think Zhongli is making people survive more. We feel like he's fulfilling his role as a support. At this current time, we don't feel like Zhongli needs any buffs or any changes. That's long story short, right? What they say in this, right? This was the like first post, which was on the 7th. But then, 12 days later, on the 19th, they say, hey, regarding adjustments to Zhongli. So 12 days later, they were like, hey, guys, we're going to buff Zhongli. This is the stuff that's coming along with Zhongli. So, it begs the question, what happened in those 12 days for them to say, hey, we're not buffing this character, and then them say, hey, we're buffing this character, here's what the buffs look like, you know? Now, obviously, they could have been working on buffs behind the scenes, but if that was the case, there would be absolutely no reason for them to drop this saying, hey, we think he does what he's supposed to do, just to go behind their selves and then give him buffs after saying they didn't need it, right? Makes no sense. Or B, there were so many people on the forums and on Reddit that say, hey, Zhongli needs this, Zhongli needs that, this, that, that they were like, all right, you know what? We're going to buff this character. And I'm going to be honest with you. If that is the case, if the company was pressured into buffing Zhongli, whether he needed it or not, because like I said, I think he needed the Geo buffs. I think the second buff is really nice, right? And the first buffs with like HP scaling, that's debatable. But the Geo buffs, I think the Geo buffs and then like putting him into teams that he usually weren't able, I think all of that is cool. But the point is, right, the fact of the matter is, it seems like they were pressured, and if the community can basically get buffs for any character that they want just by applying pressure to the company, that's not a good thing. I'm all for buffs and nerfs if they give us compensation if they nerf a character. Or, I mean, if you buff a character, people are happy. But if you nerf a character, I feel like there should be some sort of... If you guys don't know about Epic 7, when Epic 7 nerfs a character, they allow you to recall that character. And what that means is, say I have a 5-star character, and that character gets nerfed. I can trade that 5-star character in for a different 5-star character. That's how they do it in Epic 7. So if they were to do something like that, I'm all for nerfs. But, this is my thing. Another door that gets opened is overbuffing. I'm not saying that they overbuff Zhongli. I'm just saying we don't know until we know. And we won't know until it comes out. But they gave him HP scaling on everything. And then now they've given him a constant debuff. And I'm not even talking about Zhongli. What if another unit comes out and they're like, oh, well, we don't want that Zhongli fiasco, so let's just make him the dumbest unit out there, right? It opens all of these doors because of this one little, crack. But, I mean, I just want to talk to you guys about this stuff. I think that buffing Zhongli was the... I mean, like I said, I didn't think he needed buffs. And I stand by the statement. But with how much backlash and forums and Reddits and all the stuff going on with everybody, I don't think MiHoYo really had a choice. And I don't blame them. Like I said, the Geo buffs, I think the Geo buffs were necessary. I think the buffs to make Zhongli usable or viable in team comps was necessary. Do I think all the buffs were necessary? No. But I feel like MiHoYo was definitely, they didn't have a choice. When you get that many people from the Chinese servers and like posts and Reddits, and then the American Reddit and the global Reddit, and just all of this stuff, it's just like when you look left, right, up, and down, and all you see is the same thing, your hands are tied. So if the community's able to buff whoever they like, that's a problem. But with Zhongli getting buffed, it does open the door to multiple units getting buffed that need them. I feel like a lot of people talk about Amber, Lisa, Kaya type stuff, which, I mean, I don't think they need buffs, personally. From what I've seen people build them. The characters do damage. I don't know. But that will open doors, even if new units drop, right? Say new units drop, and new units don't, they don't perform as well. They could get buffs. Xinyan's shield scales off defense. That could get buffed. Albedo's AoE Geo damage scales off defense. That could get buffed. Not saying that should get buffed, because I think Albedo's E ability thing is ridiculous. I be doing damage. I feel like Xinyan's shield doesn't need a buff because it cleanses, number one, and number two, it gives physical damage. But and it does damage in like at intervals. But I mean, I'm just telling you what I've seen people talk about and what could get buffed in the future. But anyways, just wanted to talk to you guys about that. Let you guys know. Make sure you guys have a good new year, right? Make sure you guys enjoy yourselves. Don't do anything crazy. Don't go out and catch COVID, please. Stay safe. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment down below. Tell me what you guys in the comment section below. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.